Hi everyone, welcome to our first rumination. Been looking forward to doing this for a while now. I'm sure you have seen my little sneak preview video I posted earlier this week. If not, shame on you. Go check it out, although I'm going to spoil it here in a second. We did have a correct guess. We had a couple of really good guesses that actually didn't come to my mind, but after I saw the guesses, it made a lot of sense. So we're just going to dive right in. I'm hoping not to make this too long because I know you have other scrolling to do. I understand. The first rumination is going to be on river birches. River birches have a lot to offer. They have a lot of issues, I would say, in my mind. And again, this is my opinion. There's going to be many different opinions on these. This is just my observations from over the years. So first off, just looking at simple appearance of a river birch, they're really a beautiful tree. They have a nice structure to them. Oftentimes there's 3 or 4 trunks with really cool bark and leaves that kind of shimmer in the wind almost. They're just a really nice tree. Another huge plus that a lot of people look for in their trees is fast growing. That little one I showed you earlier, I might try to add a video into this if I can, is a little river birch we planted out back behind our house not too long ago, probably 2 years ago, and it's grown a crazy amount. So huge pluses. Now the ongoing maintenance for the river birch. Number one, they're messy. They are a messy tree. They drop a lot of sticks. You're going to be constantly picking up sticks, leaves, even some of the exfoliating bark. If you have a river birch, you're probably nodding along right now. And another downside is people, homeowners, landscapers tend to plant them too close to their houses. They look cute, they're little beautiful trees, and they get planted in the front landscaping, and they're just too close. At the end of this video, I'm going to have a special note for landscapers, so if you're a landscaper, stick around. Everyone else can just shut it down before that. Thanks. So that's the maintenance. They're pretty hardy trees, so as far as keeping them alive, it's not a huge deal. I don't run into too many issues with dying river birches. And then finally, the aspect I'd like to ruminate on from my point of view is what is it like to take one down? From my perspective, they're actually a really fun tree to cut. They cut well, they hold on to their bark, they'll hold a notch, they clean up really well, they rake up nice. One small downside is they're pretty heavy. The wood is quite saturated. But overall, it's probably one of my favorite trees to take down. And they usually aren't too terrible big. Although I have to say I did look at one today that might be the biggest river birch I've ever seen. So I'll try to put a photo in of that if I can. And I really think that's my final picture. I would say my overall recommendation of a river birch is a tree that I really love. And if you have a chance to get one or you're thinking about putting it in, I would definitely do it. Do not put it close to your house. The roots are very pervasive. This is one of the downsides I forgot to mention, is that the stumps they get huge, and they lift up patios and other landscaping, so it's something you have to be somewhat careful with. But overall, again, I would give it a high recommendation. Just plant it in an area that makes sense, that you don't mind if there's a mess, and you don't mind that the roots are going to be sticking up a little bit. And finally, just a little note for the landscapers. If you want to keep planting them close to houses, that's fine. Keeps me in business. Thanks. All right, everyone. Have a good night.